High brain success. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Um, I guess I'm just gonna stall until Lab can come back, or not. Not sure. I guess the front fungus also got one. Choo choo. Tell you a joke. Will I look like a comedian? I've never once been a comedian, and I don't plan on starting right now. Oh, the threshold. Why do I have the threshold for my microphone on here? Make that a lot more gentle. No one can afford comedy. What do you think this is? I wish I knew how to do stand up improv because um that will make this a lot more bearable. Sadly, I don't. Meaning that I just have to kind of stall and wait. I wish we could have those emotes. The hypering emotes, they're cute, but they're not really something I would use at all. Realistically, shield celebrities. That's what all stand-up comedians do. True. A lot of comedians just like to completely destroy every. I guess that's what I was doing the other day when we were talking about Will Smith. As I guess I was doing stand-up comedy. Wish I would have known at the time. I would have marked my stream um as a comedy show. Oh, Hispanic comedians just shit on other Hispanic races. Yes. Um, I've seen a few Argentinian and Mexican. Well, Mexico not so much. Mexico likes to shit on the United States. Um, Argentinians and Colombians and South America in general likes to shit on other South American countries. Chile likes to shit on politicians and what else do they do? Oh, and say raunchy shit. Like they like to say fuck a lot and make sexual jokes. I'll thank you, Nadine. And I don't know how many Spaniard. Are you all from Chile? Yes. That's my answer to that question. You should pay the 1,000. The fuck is I want to play? No idea. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even consider that. Is it paused? Maybe it's disabled. Yeah, if it's disabled, it won't show on the request queue, and if it's meant to just skip the request queue, um, it won't be there at all. I do want to go back to Jackbox once the new pack releases, which should be soon. Pretended child is a celebrity. Hold on, do I have the punt one here? I don't.
Whoa!
Hello! Look at you being here.
It's still showing me very little activity, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Hold on, I have to punt a child real quick.
Do punt the child. We love a good child punting here. Hello, friends.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hear the honey dick herself.
Honey Dick in the flesh. That sounds like
and
it
if
could be
you
sexual.
don't know what honey dick is, you need to watch the interview.
Yeah, the movie The Interview by that funny dude. I don't remember
Yes.
his name.
By Seth Rogen and James Franco. It's the whole
Yeah, that
reason
dude.
why I cannot take Katy Perry's song Firework seriously ever. And I made Khaz watch it the other day, and now they understand.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, hello friends. Hi, hello.
That's a good question.
Honey Tick sounds like the best porn name.
It probably is. Let me change to the podcast one because we're gonna start on that, and that will be a good visual cue when I'm editing this.
Yes. Podcast format. And for the record, Nadine, I do not intend to talk about Avenged. I didn't even bring them up today. You did.
Yeah. It might happen.
Everyone knows I'm obsessed with them. I've talked about... Yeah, organically it might. I did not intend to talk about them at all because everyone knows I'm obsessed with them and have been for more than half of my life now.
Yeah. Avenged is kind of a given. It was too simple to talk about.
I'm the type of person that if I'm obsessed with a thing, you know it in the moment.
It's very hard.
I talk about everything I'm obsessed with.
Yeah. It's very hard not to know what Lep is into. You spend 10 minutes around Lab, she'll let you know. You'll be made aware.
Hell yes, I will. I'm more interested in finding out what other people are obsessed with.
Yeah. If anyone wants to jump in on the call and talk about who are they obsessed with, or what are they obsessed with, I guess I should say.
Yes. Yes, and you have the choo-choo bed, your conductor.
Yeah. Nadine is also a conductor. Am I former conductor? Oh no. Am I?
Oh, Nadine is obsessed with all of us.
Wait, why are there...
You are a conductor, Khaz.
That doesn't make sense. It used to be 2. Twitch, what the fuck? Oh, they're giving 1 per person who started.
It's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when another one happens, you get the purple one.
Yeah, because it used to be that they gave 1 to the sub leader and then to the bits leader. But now they give 1 to each person who did the thing to start a hype train. I missed that update.
Yeah, no, Gil/Pavel does not talk about anything because Gil/Pavel has no interest in anything whatsoever.
No. Gil is the blandest white man ever. Never has shown any personality.
I wouldn't say that much. I would that's kind of insulting, and I don't agree with that.
I'm sorry I insulted you, Gil. Interest getting swole.
Interest getting swole.
Yes.
That is definitely an interest. But anyway, let's actually get into it. Let's talk about things that we're obsessed with. And Khaz chose this topic, so I feel like Khaz, you should start us off.
Okay, how far back should I go? Because I've been obsessed with things
That's up to
recently.
you.
And when I was young, chat, let me know. Where should I start? Should I say the things that young Cass was obsessed with, or the things that I've been obsessed with
I am interested.
now?
I personally am interested in the things that young Khaz was obsessed with because young Khaz's obsessions inform current Khaz's obsessions.
All of it? Okay. Um, well, young Cass was obsessed with nerd shit and science, because why wouldn't he at the time? So my sister knew this and found pocket-sized books of science topics. So on recess, instead of, I don't know, playing with other kids, I was reading my science book on light and light physics. And that was my life for a couple months, and then I was reading a book about meteorology for another few months. So yeah, I was really into that sciencey shit. Yeah, I'm a physics nerd. I'm sorry, Nadine. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I hate to inform you of this, Kaz, but so far you're just telling us more about your current obsessions. We wanted young Kaz obsessions.
Well, young Cass was a lot more obsessed with sciencey shit. Right now, I'm much further away from that. I was reading an article on new proteins found to maybe combat COVID, and I was reading the replies, and there were a lot of words I didn't understand what the fuck they meant. So not as much into the science anymore. Space books are cool. They are.
But are you still reading emulator code updates for fun?
Oh yeah, that was the thing that I did, and I need to catch up, but that I fell off of that because the emulator like developers stopped updating their blog posts, so I like didn't get any updates for a while. But yeah, for a little bit, and I mean a couple years, I was reading every month's progress report on emulators, and that includes the PlayStation 2 emulator, the Wii U emulator, the Wii emulator, and the Switch emulator. So I was reading 4 lengthy, very in-depth development posts with things that I kind of knew what was going on. I'm not sure if I actually understood, but it was fun to read. I like software development.
As long as you are having fun, that's all that matters. It just happened to be about something ridiculously nerdy.
Yeah. I do wanna get into software development at some point. I need to redo the whole website, because I'm a nerd, and I'm not happy with the way it's written right now. So that's another obsession I'm gonna have.
Like everything.
Oh, you can be a nerd about anything, Gil.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You can absolutely be a nerd about anything. What is something you spent a week absolutely obsessed with and then immediately forgot? Nothing, because I don't get obsessed with something for only a week and then dump it. If I get obsessed with something, it stays with me forever.
I was learning Chinese for a week and then forgot. I took a weekend break. I was like, I'm gonna get back to this on Monday because my brain is a little mushy, and then I never got back into it. But I was really into learning Chinese for like a week. Young
I'm
Khaz,
just,
yes.
if I pick something up and within like a week or something I drop it, then I'm not obsessed with it. Like, an obsession for me has to be something that's long term. It's always on my mind, whether I'm actively thinking about it or not. Like Avenge, like The Witcher, like Chris Evans, like Deadpool. Yes, those are things I'm obsessed with because they fucking stick with me and I can never let them go. They've become a part of who I am, and anything less than that isn't an obsession for me.
That sounds fair. I can agree with that. Although I've had obsessions that they're not as prevalent anymore. Um, back in my high school days, I knew everything about Muse, the band Muse.
Mm-hmm.
Read through the entire wiki. I think they had Chris's, the bassist, shoe size in there. I probably knew that off the top of my head at one point.
No, I never even got so far as to know the shoe size of any musician. I don't know that much.
It was the only one who had shoe size listed for whatever reason. I don't know who made that investigation, but it was there. I don't know if it's still there.
Uh-huh. This is also going to be my fair warning to everyone. Be ready to hear me talking about The Witcher nonstop. And it's not because season 2 is going to be coming out later this year. I'm starting the books. Like, I'm actually going to be getting one of the books delivered to me today at some point, and I'm going to be reading the books.
Yeah. Possible spoilers for the Witcher series in this podcast.
Oh, I'm not spoiling anything for anyone.
No, but if
unless you want me to.
If the talk happens, then everyone is warned that we might talk about The Witcher and events in the series.
But speaking of me being obsessed with The Witcher, though, I've been watching a couple specials on Netflix that are actually about the making of the series, and oh god, they're so short and there's so much information packed into them. Like, I've been telling Khaz, like, in DMs, like, oh my god, this is so cool. Yes, the Nightmare of the Wolf, the animated movie, is out on Netflix. Do you recommend? It follows Vesemir. I love it. Theo James voices Vesemir. It's wonderful. I'm gonna watch it again, and I'm gonna make Khaz watch The Witcher, the series, because Khaz needs to watch it.
Yes, it will happen. Not sure when, because I don't know if I want to commit to a series right now.
Yeah.
But it will happen.
Which is fine. It's fine. Arthur's obsessed with creepypastas. I love it. Gil had a big dubstep phase.
I never had a big dubstep phase. I listened to a couple songs.
Yeah, I listened to some dubstep. I never got, like, obsessed into it. There's some dubstep I can fuck with.
Definitely.
Nonstop SCPs. Like, if we're gonna talk about SCPs and obsessions, we need to have Marnie here.
Yeah. Marnie, big into SCP.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Kill. I mean, that's the idea, is I want to watch the second season with Khaz, so they're going to have to watch the first season in order to watch the second season. And at least there's only one season.
Yeah. It's not like Supernatural, which Lep is also gonna have me watch.
Yeah, eventually Kaz is going to watch Supernatural, and Kaz is going to probably get as pissed off as I was with the last season. That's another thing I've been obsessed with, Supernatural. Because I fucking love it. It's like, as a story, overall, it's fucking terrible. It's basically a soap opera, but with supernatural like creatures and the last season specifically pissed me off. Specifically. And yeah, it's just it pains me to even think about it now. Um but my god, do I love pieces of it. I've read the same book a dozen times in the past years. It's the Star Wars Legend book Allegiance by Timothy Zahn. Does that count as an obsession? I believe it does, and I love that for you.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I love having a book that I can read that many times and still want to pick it up. Yeah, exactly, Nadine.
well, that's rude. Kill every character. I remember back in the day, there was
They do
a
kill almost every character. It's just
uh,
with the male characters, they bring them back a lot.
yeah, there was this series, the soap opera back when I was younger that uh decided to kill the main character at the end. It was pretty interesting. They were like, you know what, this person that you've followed through this entire series, they're dead now. Fuck you. And I didn't watch the full series, but I respected that decision.
That is definitely a decision. Ed, Ed, Natty! I love that stupid show.
I've never watched it. I know of it, and I know
Oh
like
my
the general
god.
feel of it, but I haven't watched it. I don't think we had it here in Chile, which is weird because we did have
Oh, you should watch it.
a lot of the those early cartoons like Cow and Chicken, and the other weird ones that was it Cartoon Network that had that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love those weird ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Nadine. It's just Kaz has the unfortunate position of being essentially my best friend, and so you have to watch everything with me.
Yes, I I've made that choice, and I'm gonna follow through with it wherever it takes me. If I have to watch 15 seasons of a
It's
show,
not
well,
always. We'll pace it. I don't want to put too much time in between them though, because you are going to forget things.
oh for sure.
And
I'm
also with the amount of times that they drop a story thread and then pick it up like seasons down the line, like it's just no.
I'm gonna
Just no.
forget things by the end of the episode, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
Think you will commit to Supernatural just because I
I
commit to
think
things.
you're not even committing to Supernatural just yet because of how long it is. A shorter series, which is why I think like The Witcher would be a good one to start for a series, because number one, there's only one season, and number two, it's a Netflix season, so it's not like an insane number of episodes per season. The Netflix series are much shorter than your standard TV series.
Yeah, definitely. They have to have it on that bingeable spectrum where people can watch it.
Exactly.
People can watch it in just one sitting, and then
And
they move on to the next one.
the thing with The Witcher is they have incredible scenery.
Oh yeah, it's scenery.
There's incredible
That's how
scenery.
we
There's
call it now.
incredible costume design, incredible, incredible scoring, incredible acting. It's incredible fucking everything. It's a beautiful fucking like culmination of all these amazing things all going on at once. And also they really know how to highlight Henry and his strengths, quite literally.
Since it's starting series and not finishing
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Okay, so that fight scene with Renfrey, the fight scene with Renfrey was one of the things that was covered in one of the documentaries I was watching. Nadine, they spent 10 days doing rehearsal for the fight sequence to spend 2 days filming for a 2-minute scene.
As one does. To be honest, for that, like in general, stunt coordination stuff, 10 days is a short turnaround for a scene like that.
It really is. And I feel like it was only that short because of who they had working on it. Because, I mean, speaking of obsessions, the reason Henry Cavill is Geralt is because he is obsessed with The Witcher. He actively sought out the producers and casting and were like, I want to be Geralt.
And he was right.
I love this shit. I want to be Geralt.
And we all appreciate that. We all love that he went for that. Also upset with World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah. He's so obsessed with WoW. He almost missed the call that he had been cast as Superman because he was in the middle of raids.
You don't just stop a raid. The fuck they think they are?
Yeah, I did see that video, Nadine. I've watched many videos. I love behind the scenes shit, especially when it comes to like action movies and fight sequences. I love watching it. I live for that shit.
Yeah. It's incredible, and I guess another sort of obsession of mine is production in any movie or show.
I love it.
So I've really been eating those stuntman react and VFX artist react that Corridor Crew has been making for the past year or so. Because they get people from the industry to do that.
I don't want to tell you to get Netflix just for The Witcher because there's other things on Netflix that you would probably enjoy, but you might want to.
Yeah, I say The Witcher is a good reason to get it. But you're gonna find a lot of other good shows in Netflix.
I mean, Castlevania is another one that is really fucking incredible. That is a Netflix exclusive now, for the animated. Really beautiful anime, by the way.
Yeah.
Just, I love it. I love the story of Castlevania. That's another thing. I don't know how much people might know of anyone. I don't know if it's on Canadian Netflix, but I know Z Nation is on American Netflix, like the US Netflix.
Just cross the border. You'll be fine. Cross the border once a week to watch a show, and then you move back.
We're watching Centaur World with Sin and Nanners. Nanners is obsessed with it. That's something I haven't gotten into, but because you guys have been talking about it, I might have to get into that. I just started watching the Borgias, and I'm mildly obsessed with it. I don't know how many of you know this, but I am fairly obsessed with like period pieces, specifically like the Three Musketeers and things of that era. What's the cringiest thing you've been obsessed with? Define cringiest. Like,
yeah.
It's cringy to me, cringy to other people. Like you need to define that.
Yeah, those kind of adjectives are,
But
walking a day,
walking
just
for a day, one way to watch Z Nation. Um,
understandable. Cringy to other people? Well, my entire youth was like cringy to other people, so pick anything.
yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that I'm obsessed with, it's because that it's disturbing to people in some way.
Actually, can I even check that? No, because I need to be on the... Yeah, I need to be on the Front Fungus account, which I don't think I'm logged into. Time to check all of my browsers.
I mean, I could, but it would break everything for me.
Yeah, no, I'll see if I'm logged into any of the accounts. Or any in my browsers.
Bonfire of Destiny. Okay, I mean that's cool. Okay, so things that I'm like obsessed with, like that make other people cringe. I just like a lot of creepy shit that disturbs a lot of people. What show would I mean, that was Farscape for me, the show that I would always try to catch on TV. Oh God, I'm sorry for the coughing.
I was never a...
Oh good, you are still here. I was worried that my call was dropping because it's still down to the red bar and the stream keeps buffering for me. So I'm a little concerned when I can't hear you.
Well, I'll let you know. Actually, I'll just try to talk a little bit more often.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not a watch on TV kind of person. I actually don't even have a TV connected to anything on my room, or in my room, because I just don't. I've never been a TV person.
Gargoyles reviewed in B stores. Yeah. Dexter's Lab. Yep, that was good.
As a child, well, I've never been a TV person.
I love Farscape. Farscape was the shit to me. It still is the shit to me. I'm still very angry that it was canceled mid-production.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Interesting.
That is interesting. She remembers nothing. Perfect.
Sounds like a me. I like the trading card game space when I was young, but I never really got into watching Yu-Gi-Oh or any of those shows because we didn't have like the next episode kind of schedule for things. We weren't up to current here in Chile. There were just a pool of episodes that would play at random at certain times of the day. That was how we watched TV. I could never follow any story because there was no order to anything. So yeah, it was difficult.
That sounds like the worst way to experience a show.
It was. It really was. And thankfully the dubbing back in the day was really fun. So at least listening to them was funny, but I don't remember like any story because sometimes the characters would had things that then they never got, and there were story elements that were giving, and then they weren't relevant. It was very confusing.
You slap so hard, Gil. Anyway. Blue's Clues!
NCIS. Yeah.
Yeah, that it was. It really was. I watched NCIS for a long time. I loved Abby.
Abby was great. She was the only good part of the show.
She was the best thing about that show.
Yeah, if you don't take seriously the themes of it, then
oh yeah, Ducky and Abby, great. Bones also great, hysterical.
Obsessed with Bones. That sounds. Don't say that in court.
It's a show, Khaz.
I know it's a show. I watched like an episode of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't like the main character's last name Bones or some shit?
No, it's a nickname given to her because she's a forensic anthropologist. Her name is Dr. Temperance Brennan.
Oh, okay. I was very confused when they would just call her Bones. I'm like, is that a poor choice of a name? Now I understand. Criminal Minds.
It was Criminal Minds, also something that I watched like a lot. Yeah, it is a series based off of a book series. Bones.
House. Yeah, House. House's name is a poor choice of a name, for sure.
Yeah.
House.
Fucking incredible. Hugh Laurie, hysterical man. Absolutely love watching that.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie is the only reason why House was good.
So the reason I loved watching House so much is that I had an English teacher in high school that looked and acted like House.
Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Did he take drugs in the job as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not
Probably
gonna speak
yes.
for him. That he was an English teacher. I had him my junior year.
Okay, so definitely did drugs.
And he was also a baseball coach. And had his own company that made bats for the team too. So I mean, he was weird. He had this whole like theming. He had this whole theming where like it's an Excalibur bat company, so the company's logo is actually a knight pulling a bat out of a tree stump, like King Arthur pulling the sword Excalibur from the stone.
Serial killer in Criminal Minds. I'm sure that made you think you were a serial killer.
You know, that's the thing with a lot of disorders like that, is they're presented in media in such a way that only people that are the criminals or have something just severely wrong with them are the ones with the disorders.
Yeah.
And that's something that I hate about media.
Every villain is gay. One day, Nadine. One day.
Music teacher at your high school looked a lot like Keanu Reeves. Interesting.
I mean, Keanu Reeves is a lot into music.
Yeah, Monk isn't a great representation of that either.
I don't know Monk. I'm not aware of Monk.
He's a private investigator. Quirky. He's got very, very severe OCD.
Hmm.
Maybe, but there's good moments in it. It's just not like a show I would go back to.
It was fun the first time.
No, his name is Monk. Like, I haven't seen all of it, but what I have seen, it's just. And also, yes, queer coded villains should have never been a thing. I will agree. I will agree, Nadine. CSI New York is a superior CSI.
I don't think I got much into CSI.
I may be biased because the lead in CSI New York is Gary Sinise and he's from the Chicago area. But God damn it, Gil, no, Miami is the worst. Miami is the worst. I hate it.
Probably one of the funnier ones though.
No, it's the worst. The lead in it, he's a terrible fucking actor. Like, my favorite role for him is his role in the movie Hudson Hawk, and it's because he has maybe one sentence of dialogue that entire movie, and he's prevalent in a good chunk of it. There's like, yes, give this man more roles where he does not speak.
I want to be the person that gets paid to just show up.
Speaking of Hudson Hawk, oh my god, that movie, if you've never seen it, please fucking watch it. It's hysterical. Bruce Willis is a cat burglar that times his heist to show tunes that he sings during it. It's fucking wild.
Amazing. I've definitely missed out on obsessing on series. TV shows and movies, not something I'm very familiar with.
Yeah, and that's why we're watching a bunch of stuff, because we're getting into things that I've been obsessed with for a long time, and Khaz is like, oh my god, I understand this. So I feel like you're understanding a little bit more about me every time we watch something.
Yes.
Cold Case, yeah.
Not me. Nadine could tell which show up by the color filter.
That sounds like quite a feat. Yes, Law and Order was mentioned. I watched Law and Order for a very long time. I'm also kind of a little biased, sort of. So fun fact for those of you that don't know this, I had a handful of stints as a background extra for a couple of TV shows that filmed in my area. They're Chicago Justice and Chicago Fire. Well, which was great. I'm bringing this up because of Law and Order. Both are franchises from Dick Wolf Productions, and it's so much fun. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Jesse Spencer is great. Did not get a chance to interact with Jesse Spencer at all. But Philip Winchester, my god, that man is so nice and funny on sets. I love him so much just because of the interactions that we had. Yeah, Jesse Spencer wasn't there for any of the stuff that I was in.
Sad. You should have just walked in when they were recording with him.
Because I would know his filming schedule.
I'm sure you could have figured it out. Don't pretend that you wouldn't.
I mean, if I could have, I probably, yeah, I don't know. There are other characters and other actors on all of the shows that I was more drawn to than him. But yeah, hi Libby.
Hello there, Libby.
It was definitely an experience. Being someone that was already obsessed with like wanting to know the inner workings of what goes into making a TV show and a movie and all of that, to actually like go there and experience and be a part of making that. And it's something I would absolutely love to get into. It's just the problem is it's very difficult to get your foot in the door if you don't know people.
Yeah. Like, I really want to get into production, maybe as a camera assistant or just part of the production crew of any show. But that would take me, but like just walking into places and pretending I'm very capable, just so people give me a chance.
Which, I mean, isn't that what you do on a daily basis anyways?
Yeah, that's how I got my degree. But I feel like production is a little bit more it's a little harder to fake.
A little bit, yeah.
That's why I'll just start my own company, and then I don't have to respond to anyone. That's another thing I'm obsessed with. I wanna create a company that produces content.
Well, the problem that you'll face with that is, yes, you can come up on your own, but also you are going to have to answer to other people, because content creation and media in general is ultimately dictated by the response that you would get from the content you're creating, because that's how it generates funds.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure that I will have to survey the land and make good content that people will watch. But at least if I want to have a hand on the cameras and the microphones and the post-production, I'll need to ask permission for that. I'll just do it.
You'll just Marisha Ray it?
Yeah. I want to create the next College Humor, but without the bankruptcy. That's my dream. Steal from the hot ones.
I mean, just stay away from Facebook and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a while. I've been avoiding Facebook. I only go on Facebook to when I have no other social media to check, then I check Facebook, and I start watching like 5-minute videos on how to better build your window or some shit. And they have this construction hacks that I can tell it wouldn't work on the long term. If you do it once, it will be fine, but if you try to do it as your part of your workflow, it would fall apart.
Yeah. One of so speaking of obsessions, I'm kind of obsessed with like watching or reading life hack posts from people and like tearing them apart
That's really fun.
because they're not really life hacks. And one of the most recent ones that I saw was actually this life hack um, by this woman that cleans for a living. She has like she's part of like a maid service or something that goes in and cleans people's homes. And
Mm-hmm.
the hack was for keeping like an enclosed shower clean for longer with
Okay.
like without having to worry about like mildew buildup and stuff and like water scale.
Mm-hmm.
And the hack was using this product that it's a spray that basically coats your tile and glass surfaces to prevent water scale buildup and all of that, which it's a product made specifically for that purpose. And to me, that does not feel like a life hack. To me, it should be, if it's a life hack, it should be, this is totally not a thing that's made for this purpose, but I tried this one time and it works like a fucking charm and maybe you should try it. That's to me a life hack.
Yeah.
Using a product for the sole purpose that it is made for is not a life hack.
Yeah, if you're using like lemons
It's
to
like,
clean
oh
your
hey,
windows, that's fine. But if you're buying a product for that purpose, then that's just a commercial. This is just an ad.
that's just a commercial. That's not a life hack. This is this is a product that exists and it makes what you're doing easier. Yes, but it's not a life hack. It's just increased awareness of this is a product that will make things easier for you.
Yeah. She just sold me a product, and it's probably too expensive for me to have. You have the money because you do this for a living.
Oh, probably. Yeah, and you know, a lot of people don't have two brain cells to put together, so you know that's why they're wildly popular life hacks.
I mean,
Anyway,
if people get their life advice from Facebook, then they don't have that many brain cells. Not to come out strong and insult people on Facebook, but I will insult people on Facebook.
I will actively come out strong and insult people that use Facebook for that. Oh God, I don't touch TikTok.
My mom don't know that TikTok. I'm so mad. I'm so upset. And she did it all on her own. She was like, "Oh, this is an app that everyone's using," and start watching videos on TikTok. I'm so upset.
I've been very picky about the social media sites that I use for a very long time, just because of I know that there are certain people in my family that as soon as they find out that I'm on that site, like it doesn't happen anymore, but years ago they would be okay, you're using this now. They would also go to that site to like keep an eye on me. And like around the time when I was like in high school and college, and one of my friends, and this is when I first joined Facebook and Twitter and all of that, and I was going to get into MySpace, which would have been the worst fucking time to get into MySpace because it was when MySpace was dying.
Oh, good.
But then I saw that my dad was already on it. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. We're gonna pull the ripcord on this one. Nope.
Good choice. incredibly good choice. You dodged the bullet there. I mainly use Twitter and Reddit. Mainly because Twitter and Reddit are the only places that are not heavily moderated for no reason.
I need to get back into Reddit.
Reddit is fun. I follow a lot of horny subreddits. To no one's surprise.
You never. But yeah, Twitter, Discord are my main two now. I will occasionally tweet. I don't really do that much social media in general, but you'll never find me on TikTok or Snapchat or a bunch of the other ones that I don't even know what they're for because I don't see the point.
I downloaded Snapchat once and I was like, this is just Instagram. But again,
I had someone try to convince me to join Snapchat, and within days where I was like, I'll think about it, Snapchat announced that they had a huge data breach and that their users' personal information had been leaked out. And I'm like, yep, nope, this is why I don't do that. This is exactly why I don't do that.
Yeah. I just prefer not to be in social media, even though it's kind of part of what I do, but it's
as a content creator.
Yeah. And this is why people hire social media managers, because social media sucks. So they can be on social media without being on social media.
Let's hear more about obsessions. I want to know more about other people's obsessions. I'm more curious about everyone else's obsessions than talking about my own obsessions that people already fucking know about, and me talking about them is just gonna be beating a dead horse.
Yeah. I've been recently obsessed with Bulgarian choirs.
Yeah. It's very good.
They are incredible. Let's take a look.
Share your obsessions. Pick one, Gil, and put it out there. Something that we might not expect you to be obsessed with. So not Top Gear, not crabs, not getting swole.
Not Bethesda games.
I want to know your guilty pleasure obsessions, even though I don't believe in guilty pleasures.
Yeah, I've been recently obsessed with Bulgarian choirs because it's such a unique style of singing and coming together, because they don't follow the regular music constraints that Western music has. So when you like, and if anyone's curious, just go on YouTube and search Bulgarian choir and listen to it. It's amazing.
I mean, 80s pop music slaps, so that's fucking wonderful, Arthur.
80s pop music is the peak of pop, in my opinion.
Nadine is obsessed with commentary YouTube.
Oh, last night I was watching...
I love that about you, Nadine.
Last night I was watching this girl tell me how to braid my hair in a like 1800s style. It just appeared on my feed and it was a half-hour video. I don't have a ribbon. I was gonna try it, but I need a ribbon.
Oh. Okay. So we need to get Khaz ribbon so they can try to do an 1800 style braid in their hair.
Yeah, it needs to be like 4 yards.
4 yards worth of ribbon. Okay, yeah. We can get that. I can
Yeah,
walk over to a craft store.
I would. Maybe my sister has some. I didn't check because that was last night before going to bed, and today I woke up just for the podcast,
Okay.
so I haven't had a chance to talk to my
Uh
sister.
huh.
But I might.
Okay.
You might see me with a cute uh braid on Sunday, maybe. I don't know.
I am all for this.
Video essays on YouTube are very fun for someone like me who really enjoys knowing things. Um, just being talked about the topic is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gail, you do make music every once in a while, or at least dip your toes in that. I need to hear more Gail music.
And yeah. But also, like, I I'm real big on documentaries on making things too, whether it's building a machine or a creative endeavor or like I organically talking about Avenged.
Uh-huh.
So
We made it.
their fourth release, their self-titled album, Avenged Sevenfold, their white album. It came out as the standard edition and a deluxe edition. The deluxe edition comes with a CD and a DVD. Um, and the DVD has a documentary on their creative process for making the album. And I love watching it because it showed how they came up with the song content and who was the main creative force behind it. Like their one song, A Little Piece of Heaven, that organically happened when they took a bit of a break from production and went to go stay at a cabin, and their drummer at the time had just sat at a keyboard, played the entire 8-minute song on one hand on the keyboard, went back, played the entire 8-minute song on the other hand on the keyboard, went back, recorded vocal work over all of that, and then gave it to the rest of the guys in the band. He's like, "This is what I came up with. You have at it." Like, I love that. I love that. And then it's easily one of the most fucked up like content songs I've ever heard, and I love it. It's such a bop. It slaps, as the kids say. But again,
Those
I
young
love
ones
these
say.
guys because aside from having that documentary of them making the album, they also took a bunch of stupid shit that happened in the studio and made a cartoon of themselves making fun of it. So they have a making of documentary of the album. They have an animated making of that pokes fun at themselves, and then they have a making of the animated making of showing how they came up with the character designs and the process that went into making this stupid fucking cartoon of themselves. And I love that about them. I absolutely love that about them. Let me check. Okay. I said organically talking about Avenged, Nadine, and you missed it.
Yeah. The one time Lab was talking about Avenge, you missed the header.
No one knows. Great song by Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, I need to listen to more Queens of the Stone Age.
Yes! More Queens of the Stone Age for everyone!
I need to get back into just listening to music and keeping track of bands.
Absolutely. Hello, Kevin.
Hi there, Kevin. Because I fell off of that.
Yeah, I fell off of it too because I stopped listening to the radio, and I don't want to get back into standard radio because I hate it.
Yeah.
But I do love finding a good band.
It's one of the reasons why I've been really happy with YouTube Premium, because I can pick a song and start a radio off of that, and it usually has pretty good songs that are related.
Yeah, I've been pretty happy with my YouTube music experience lately. I actually downloaded the YouTube Music app and was listening to stuff during the week, and it's been pretty great.
I like it a lot more than Spotify.
Spotify sucks.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I'm running out of sessions. Kevin is obsessed with music.
Oh, good. I love a good obsession with music.
Music is a good thing to be obsessed with. Sometimes you just need that good vibrations in your ears, your ear holes.
Absolutely.
Is there a way to know how many hours you spend on a specific channel on YouTube? Not easily. You could just calculate how many. Oh, you'll have to.
That already sounds like too much work.
Yeah, no. You have to add every single time length of the videos you've watched. It will take too long.
I would have never guessed, Arthur. Yeah, we are all kind of obsessed with Jaffe. It is how we came together.
Yes, I discovered Drawfee and watched all of their videos in quick succession.
Absolutely.
It was just so fun.
It's a very lighthearted approach to a lot of things that are humorous, and I love that. There's not a lot of like it's just a bunch of friends hanging out and having laughs, and I love that for them.
I was recently trying to fall asleep to Drawfee VODs, like Drawfee stream VODs, but it's been kind of hard because it's too funny. So I just started laughing, and it's hard to like doze off to it. I have accomplished it, but it takes me a while. I think the reason why Drawfee works so well is because they're all actually friends.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to have fun and make jokes with people you are actually friends with. Nadine, you say that, but I edit the SSS VODs and I laugh at the things that I've already watched live.
Yeah.
I waste a lot of time rewatching the VODs while I'm editing them. I don't know if I will get into TikTok even for coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. I love them, but I don't know. I'm on the verge of deleting social media than anything else on a daily basis. Like I always have like one finger over the delete account button.
Yeah. I'm closer to closing accounts than to opening more. Hi there, Damer.
Yeah. Hello, Timer.
I would download the weed.
Have you seen Khaz's Animal Crossing Island? Of course they would download a weed.
Listen to editors and the behind the scenes people. Yeah, we were. I think a few of us have that. Just the behind the scenes on shit is how things come to be is a really good thing to know for me.
Absolutely. So Speaking of this, one of the shows that I was obsessed with for a considerable amount of time, and is actually people are fighting to try and bring it back. It's one of the few reality TV shows that I got into, and it's called Face Off. It was done on Sci-Fi, and it was a special effects and like prosthetics challenge. So every week the contestants would get this challenge and they would have to design a creature, like come up with a backstory with it and do a makeup and build things to make this creature come to life in a week's time, and it was fucking incredible, and I loved it. And you would have people that were like more specialized with like actual makeup application, and some people that were more specialized in fabrication of things, and I loved it so much. If you haven't ever watched a Face Off, please do watch a Face Off.
I guess I have to at some point.
Yes. I mean, it was hosted by Mackenzie Westmore, daughter to Michael Westmore, who, for a very long time, among many other very well-known projects, he was the director of special effects makeup on Star Trek, TNG. Excuse me. But they also had Glenn Hedrick and V. Neal and a whole bunch of other really phenomenal professionals that were the judges on it. And I love it. Like, another one that I was obsessed with was Master Inc., which reality TV, yes, but tattooing.
Oh, I know it, okay. The name sounded familiar.
Yeah. I love shit like that because it's real practical applications of things, and you have to actually come up with a design and put it into work. Like, these are things that actually like mean something, and I love it. Like, it's people that are they're stretching their creative muscles in it, and I loved watching it. The Mole was a game show where a group of 10 to 12 people were doing challenges that would earn them money for a pot that the final winner would get. But there was one mole in the group that would be trying to work against them. Yes, I remember that.
So that's where Among Us came from.
I
see.
Battlestar Galactica, also great. I have to get back into it and watch everything again, but I loved it.
I know
if only because many of the people from Farscape ended up working on after Farscape was canceled. I loved Farscape so much.
Mole can kill. Well, let's reboot it and have it so the mole can kill, but for real. So your life is on the line. It'll be like the Hunger Games.
I'm sure that'll go over. I'm sure that'll go over so well.
Yeah, it'll be a little hard to get it approved. But I'm sure we can figure something out.
Survivalists.
I don't know that one. I know survival. What else have I been obsessed with? Can actually kill people.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be boring.
If you can't kill your contestants, then why even bother? That's why Wipeout was so fun. That's the reason why we all like Wipeout, because you never saw anyone from that show walking away. Like, I don't think anyone from there made it out of the studio.
No, they're all still there.
Yeah, their bodies are still in like the pool of water and stuff.
Why are they telling you over Facebook though? That's
My university did the same shit. It was so annoying. I was like, and it was really awkward because I had to contact people over Facebook, and I had a fake name on Facebook. So every message I sent had to start with, "Hey, this is me. I need this done," and it was really annoying. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore, because also the semester's kind of schedules were only published on Facebook.
No.
It was either that or walking
that's
to...
not how you do things.
No, it was either that or walking to the our like hallway and looking at the board next to the head of the school's office.
That
Never mind that they have all of our emails and a website where you can see your like things, but now you have to go to Facebook.
I have so many thoughts.
Oh, my university sends emails about everything but shit that I care about.
Krebs. Uh-huh.
You need to learn the anatomy of crab.
I mean, I got that way with penguins. I love penguins. And it's only because of a stupid TV commercial from when I was a kid, but because of that commercial, I fucking love penguins. So I have a whole bunch of penguins. Oh, I love all animals. Like, I have stuff with, like, dolphins. Obviously, I have koalas, dogs. I have a fake crow somewhere. It might be packed away. But penguins, man.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to choose a favorite, I would say wolves. And I did know a lot of facts about wolves back in the day, but I forgot at this point.
That's a productive way to use cool email. Wolves.
Yeah. And when someone decides to reply all on a university-wide email, that's fun. I definitely didn't get like over 100 emails from the stupid conversation that people were having.
Of course not.
It's, I don't know, I'm very tempted to just make a filter that deletes all of those emails automatically. I don't want to be on your stupid newsletter. I've never ever subscribed to a newsletter by choice. I just signed into a website and it happened to come with a newsletter.
I signed up for the Critical Role newsletter.
I didn't sign up to that. I somehow get their emails, but I'm not.
You don't need to. You don't need to, because as soon as I see something, I tell you about it. I'm your newsletter.
Yeah. Lep is my newsletter, and it's far more effective because she gives me information in a very easy to understand way, and it's super short. I need to scroll through an email or read what's going on. It's like, Khaz, yo, shit.
This is what you need to know.
Yeah, and that's how it works.
Yeah. Because they have to go. There's somewhere in the language somewhere where because it's involving money, they have to send you a receipt of that.
Yes.
For every instance it occurs.
There needs to be a proof of transaction. It tells you like the price and everything. I get an email whenever my Twitch subs renews. I get an email from Twitch. I get an email from the third party that's handling my transactions. I get an email from PayPal saying that there was a transaction and a notification from the PayPal app, all in quick succession. And last month I also got an extra email telling me that my subscription price changed for every single one of my subs.
Oh God.
It was interesting to go through my emails. And I'm at that age where going through my emails is part of my social media, like, walk around. I check Twitter, I check
that's
Instagram.
Something you could turn the notifications off, Gil. You would have to go into your account settings, but you should be able to turn that off if you don't want it.
Oh yeah, I think I disabled pretty much all of the email notifications that Twitch was using because I didn't want to get an email
because
every time
I
got followed.
Exactly. Like I could easily, like, one of the things that you at your resources as a streamer is to actually like send an email out to, I think, either all of your subscribers or all of your followers, and
all subs.
Just no.
I got a few from someone. I got a gifted sub to some person and they were using that feature and I was like, I do not care. I'm glad that you're using this feature, but I sincerely do not care. The only reason I would think that works is if you're doing subscriber specific perks. Hard teenagers. I don't know, Nadine. It's for you too.
Are you interested in our teenagers?
I still get emails from Tumblr saying these are Tumblrs that you would be interested in, and I can't get into my account.
I keep getting notifications on Tumblr, like for Tumblr, that I keep getting more people following me. I literally have not posted in years. Years. Like, I was actively not using Tumblr long before they decided that they didn't want lewds on anymore. And I was like, I could go and save what I wanted to save and then just delete everything. But that requires effort, and I don't feel like putting that in.
Yeah. I'm very mad that I haven't been followed by a porn bot on Twitter. I feel like that's a
slight against you.
Yeah, that's a direct insult against me.
I think I've actually been followed by more porn bots. And I don't post anything that would be remotely close to that.
I retweet shit. Like, come on. I didn't come this far to not be recognized by porn bots.
So your solution to that, Khaz, is you need to be more like my presence on Twitter, then you'll get the porn bots.
I guess.
Porn bots exist everywhere, Nadine.
Yeah. If you can post content, there's a porn bot of it.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of them. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if I get flagged as a porn bot account.
Oh, good. I mean, I've picked up my activity since streaming, but not by much. Not by much.
My relationship with that is I try every once in a while. If it wasn't because, you know, the space that I'm in right now, I wouldn't even try. I didn't have any posts on Twitter for so long.
I mean, just look at how infrequently I post on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I followed you and I think you posted a picture since.
I have thoughts about it. Most of them are because Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook owns a lot of shit. I'm like, I'm way beyond caring about that sort of thing. I like no matter. It's not even because of Facebook. Like, if a company wants my information, they will have it. I
Mm-hmm.
have no say on that anymore, which is sad. I wish it wasn't the case. But I know that if a company wants to know more about me, they will find a way to get that information.
Absolutely.
Actually, I had an ad on Instagram yesterday that was this card, like it was the size of a credit card that you would carry with you, and it would give you points for like while you were driving. And I was like, that is absolutely a way to get people's driving information and the places that they frequent.
Uh-huh.
But it was this fun thing that would give you free points for like money and shit.
We have all become the Tamagotchi that we killed when we were children.
Yeah. Claude came with a sticker, so you put it behind your case, and now he's with you everywhere. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, good. I love that for you, Kill. Am I wrong, though?
You're not wrong.
I see your key smash, Nadine, but am I wrong? Okay, yeah.
It was an agreeing key smash. You can tell. You can tell by the length.
You can tell a lot of things by the length of things.
Yeah. If Nadine disagrees with you, she'll say "God damn it" in your name. But she won't spell "God damn it" because she doesn't know how. And honestly, I don't either.
Papa Booey.
God
God damn it.
Yes. Thank you. I'll only use that spelling from now on. I was unsure, but now I know.
I love it. And now we know.
The more you know. I need to do something like that for my channel. I just want to have a...
Absolutely.
I want to have a graphic that is just a star with a rainbow behind it for whenever I say some informational
No,
thing.
it can't be the star. It needs to be your shocked emote so that it's part of your brand.
Oh, even better. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it
I
should
will.
be the animated version of your shocked emote with a rainbow that's coming behind it. So like when the rainbow comes behind, like hits behind the bird, it gets shocked. And then it can turn into the howdy or something. I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
The problem is that I like this idea and I will try. Because another thing I'm obsessed with is motion graphics. As you can tell by the wonderful punt that I made. And actually, where is the BRB screen? This is something that I never told anyone except Lab. But I made a thing some time ago, which is this. Oh, it's on the wrong place. Whoops. But this, it's a lower third that I made in Blender some time ago, just because I can. And some time ago I had made social media like bubbles that I could place on people if I wanted. Sadly, I lost that file. It took me like 2 weeks to make, and I lost it. So I'll have to remake that at some point. So I'll probably try to make a The More You Know, but with Khaz. And I have no idea.
Yeah, and you did a lot of the work on that lower third entire line out, I think I only gave you one note on it.
Yeah, you told me that one. I think the Twitter logo was not bright enough, or it was too bright.
Yeah,
One or the other.
yeah, there wasn't enough contrast between the bird and the bar behind it.
Yeah, and then I fixed that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do it on Resolve's Fusion thing, which lets you do motion graphics and stuff, but I couldn't wrap my head around 3D space, so I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it in Blender. Because that's a 3D program, so it's a lot easier to figure out 3D space.
I'm looking at the stream and I can see the colored background behind our names, and I can see the corner of it by the mushrooms behind the border, and that's bothering me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Nadine did redeem a punt.
There we go. We're just gonna have that there. Yeah, it's gonna bother me too. I need to figure out a way to have that little corner not show up. Dang it. Now you've made my brain fixate on that.
Well, it's bothering me because also the text doesn't fit on that background for either one of us.
Yeah, that was something that I made just to give some contrast to the thing, because it was very hard to read in a lot of occasions.
Yeah, I'm on my computer and I can see that.
Yeah, I have it like full screen on my monitor, and it's very easy to see.
So speaking, since we're doing things with obsessions today, one of this brings me around to another thing where I've always been very critical of the way people, like, on bands, their websites, their merchandise, the way they choose to present things to people. I've always been very critical of it. But since being a streamer and having merch and actually having to put thought and time and energy into, this is how we're going to present this to people, and like we're going to make something that people are going to want to spend money on, I've been even more critical of it, which a couple weeks ago, if you joined us during my hangout on a Tuesday, I spent part of that actually sharing my screen while I was looking at merch sites. Specifically, people that I have spent a considerable amount of money with in the past, and I spent hours going through their merch. I'm like, oh my god, this is shit. This is boring. This is the absolute fucking worst. Why would they do this to their fan base? Why are people spending money on this? This is terrible. This print is in the wrong place. These colors are shit.
Yeah. It was going to be a lab shops around for like band merch, and it turned into lab criticizes all of the creative decisions.
Yeah. So if you do want to join those hangouts, they are when I was doing my crafting streams. The past couple of weeks I've just been playing Minecraft because I don't feel like doing real world crafting, and I've been working on my offline world. But yeah, it's fun. It's usually just me and Khaz. Occasionally Rob joins. Sin pops in quite a few times.
Yeah.
This week, Sin and I were educating Khaz on early 2000s content.
Oh boy, was I educated.
And memery.
I know about shoes
things
now.
that... Shoes. Oh my god, let's go get some shoes.
I know about that top. That cute top.
Yeah, that top, and E equals MC vagina.
My favorite rapper. Close second, it's that normal guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I might play around with the times and days for that, depending on some things, but for right now I'm trying to keep things minimal until living situations get figured out, which is
Yeah.
still a work in progress. And it's also dependent on if my internet's working or not, which a couple of times it hasn't.
Sometimes shit just breaks. And my obsession of trying to fix things is very I suffer. Because I'm like, I could help,
Yeah.
but I'm not there. So I can't help.
Yep. One day.
One day I'll be
we
there.
will get there.
And I'll turn it off and back on again.
One
And everything will be
day
fine.
things will work for me.
Yeah.
That it is an interesting dynamic to have where you're so prone to fixing things and I'm so prone to having things that are breaking for reasons beyond anyone's comprehension.
It makes it more fun because my shit breaks in very boring ways. It's like, oh, it's not connected though.
Everything
yours
breaks
just
for me
dies.
in interesting ways that confuse you.
Yours is like, this thing only works in like half the intended way for no particular reason.
Like my capture card.
Yeah, Lab's capture card only
spent
displays video.
Hours. We spent hours trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with my capture card because it will work sometimes. When it works, it only reads the video, no audio. And then when I tried to reinstall it cleanly, then it wouldn't work at all. And then I reinstall it cleanly again, and it only works with video.
Yeah. I want to take that thing apart and see what the fuck is going on.
I will save it just for you.
Thank you. I'll take my newly bought screwdriver set.
Oh, good.
And take it apart. I don't think I can.
Yeah, that is a whole mood to go. The getting obsessed over things when it's for someone else.
Oh yeah, that's my whole life. I only do things for other people. I never do things for myself. I recently bought myself a new smartwatch, and I still have anxiety about it.
And I told you that you need to do more things for yourself.
Yeah. When I try to do things for myself, I'm like, I'm wasting my time. But I'm trying.
We are at 2 hours.
We are at 2 hours. That is true. The podcast is going to be a little bit shorter than that because I need to edit it, but it's a good time to stop. I think we run through
absolutely
everyone's obsessions.
Yeah.
As much as they wanted to share.
Yes. If you want to maybe think about more obsessions, by all means, go right ahead. Yeah, there's going to be Megamind on the Fungus Watch Party voice chat.
Join the Discord if you haven't already.
Hell yeah. And you missed the G.
Don't tell me that.
There you go. I don't think I have a watch party text channel, which I can add a watch party text channel so that people that aren't using mics can commentate. I will not be joining that watch party, partially because I've already seen Megamind multiple times through babysitting. And also because I have to shower and other things. But I hope you all have so much fun with that. It's a watch. By all means, like use these channels like at your discretion. Like don't even fucking ask. Like if you want to do a watch party, fucking have at it. That's why it's there.
It's been there for like a year.
Yeah, it's been there pretty much the entire time the Discord's been in existence.
use it. Go wild. The Discord is for you and all of you to enjoy and use however much you want. If there's something that you want to add on the Discord, just let us know. And we'll get it done as soon as we can.
I think that's gonna be it for us, though.
Yes.
Do we want to raid someone?
I don't know if there's...
We've got Ark on.
Ooh, Ark is on.
Ark's playing Layers of Fear.
Ooh. That sounds spooky. Sure, let's just raid Ark.
Cool. We are done. Kill. You can talk about cars whenever.
So,
I
love you
love
all.
to raid an Ark.
Thanks for being here.
Eat food, drink water, take your meds. Take care of yourselves and take time to do something for yourself every now and then.
Yes. We will see you.
I'm probably streaming tonight.
Ooh. I'm streaming tomorrow.
Well,
hopefully.
I need to make sure that... Well, so I'm supposed to be streaming Let It Die. I need to make sure that it's actually downloaded, number one. I was going to play it yesterday, but it told me it was going to take 7 hours to download it. I set it to download while I was sleeping. We'll see. But also it's dependent on my internet staying consistent.
Yeah.
And this was redeemed by people buying tickets on my stream, because that's the thing you can do on both of our channels. I know it should already be downloaded, Damler.
Yeah. Next week is Minecraft again, as it's always been on the first day of the month. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'll probably just check on the arena.
I don't know either.
Maybe we should organize some fights in the arena, depending on how
you guys can do that, and then I'll just do random shit and just talk to people because of me being connected to the server is such a gamble. You know, we could set up like a tourney.
That's the wrong account. Shit.
We could set up a tourney.
There we go. I got the wrong account. But yeah, that's it.
Do you all want to do a PvP tourney?
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with your ideas, what you want to do, if you want to do that in Minecraft, and then the week after that, community stream. We might do more art. We might do some community games because we haven't done those in a while. After that, guest stream, and then give us another topic for a podcast for next month.
Yeah. Think about it now so we can have it not the day before.
Right.
We're running out.
Ah.